Good evening, everyone. I'm the Marionettist, and welcome to your bi-weekly FNAF Book update. So, we have a bit of book news, not too much as I thought, but it's still a bit. So, let's just get right into it. And if you enjoy this, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. So, first bit of news. The front cover of the first issue of Fazbear Frights graphic novel adaptations have been revealed. As you can see, it's Plushtrap Chaser, because for some reason, they decided to do Into the Pit, To Be Beautiful, and Plushtrap Chaser instead of Into the Pit, To Be Beautiful, and Count the Ways. I don't know why, but at least we got official art of, well, quote-unquote official art of Plushtrap Chaser. I say quote-unquote official because, as you're gonna soon see, there's a bit of, like, interesting things with this Plushtrap Chaser. First thing you may notice, it's kind of based off one of the renders from VR AR. I forgot which one, but it's based off that. But I still think it looks cool. People point out he doesn't have human teeth, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But hey, at least we got a somewhat interesting like view of him. But yeah, I really like it. I really like this as a cover. It just looks cool. So let's go into more details about the specific graphic novelization collection volume 1. So going on to... So this person found some pretty cool additional details from the upcoming Fazbear Fright graphic novels. So found this tweet out of nowhere, which reveals the full names of the artists as well as who drew the cover art. If I go over to this, finds a phrase Fazbear Fright graphic novel 1 cover dropped the week of Halloween. On sale August 30th, 2022. Quite a long wait. Features 3 different artists and colorists. Cover/story 1 is D.D. Esamera. Story 2 is Anthony Morris Jr. And story 3 is Andy I'm gonna butcher this so hard. Santagata? I don't know. It's hard, but with this tweet, we also got some of the sketch and other versions of the cover before it was finalized. And it looks pretty cool to see the process like this. So I assume this is reverse order. So this is the final cover, is the first picture. The second image is the cover without all the coloring and everything. Third image is the more rougher sketch, and then the last image is the first earliest sketch. So yeah, it looks cool to see this all laid out for us. But anyways, going back to the Reddit post for a second. Jeff Snick is the cover book designer since Fazbear Fright 8. You can see him credited on Fazbear Fright 8, 9, 10, and 11. We can now confirm that he's also the designer for graphic novel 1. So this tweet is legit. Again, these are specific colors, this times 3, yikes. The reason why they say yikes is because the Charlie Trilogy graphic novels are, the colors kind of ruin it. Like, if you've seen the original colors of Charlie Trilogy, and some of the drawings that were originally part of it, it looked way better than why is there rainbow vomit everywhere. But hopefully it won't be too bad with these, since these are directed to more, Fazbear Frights is more horror, way more horror than Charlie Trilogy. Charlie Trilogy was somewhat horror, especially in Twisted Ones, but at the end there it didn't go horror, so yeah. It's really weird how Digi, I don't know how to say, again, I'm so sorry if I mispronounce her name. It's really weird how Didi is gonna draw, most likely, unless there's an aura change, Into the Pit. Her art will probably fit To Be Beautiful much better. That, and also the fact the cover looks like this is pretty disappointing. Still waiting for a preview in the future. The doorknob was not present in the original sketch, which pretty much confirms that Scholastic legit stole Lally's doorknobs from the... I forgot. Which we'll talk about Lally in a second. The Tales from the Pizzaplex. Sorry, that took me a bit. Again, new acronyms time. Woo! I got used to the Fazbear Frights one, but now I gotta worry about these. And put it here flipped, and it's effing hilarious to think that Yeah, it's pretty much. Strangely, the original sketch is a much bigger door hole, and the rough sketches have bigger teeth, which look more human, like, what the hell? I guess that's pretty much it, I guess. Let me look at that. They do kind of look more human-like. Strange. Again, someone in the comments pointed out in this Reddit post that maybe they lessened the human teeth so that when, similar to Breaking Wheel, where it had to change the cover because of being too brutal and bloody, they changed it to, you know, regular Plushtrap's teeth. So, yeah, that's that. But hey, it's cool to see everything going into this, but we still have a bit more. This Reddit post says, Angie Satagata confirms that he will illustrate out of stock in the Fazbear Fright graphic novel collection, and that Plushtrap will be different than the color one. So I'm gonna go to the tweet itself here. Hey, so the big secret thing I'm working on is I got to draw the comic out of stock for the new FNAF graphic novel, and the cover dropped today. It's seriously some of my best cinematic work, and I'm so excited to be here in the horror big leagues. So he's the artist. I'm going to link him in the description, so if you want to follow him, there you go. He's right there. Earlier he had a reply saying that his Plushtrap is going to look way different than the cover, probably talking about all the people that were complaining that the cover one is not accurate. He's saying his one is going to be different, but he then made a new reply saying, I worded my last reply poorly, LeMayo, but the cover was drawn by another artist on the project. I'm super pumped for y'all to eventually see my out of stock pages though. And I'm going to show some more tweets from this artist, since it's very interesting what he says. To clarify, yes, this means you haven't seen my Plushtrap chaser yet. Suicide for all to see it in the book, though. Worked really hard to scare the hell out of you. Well, I hope so, because, again, Fazbear Frights are supposed to do that. And then their last tweet related to this, I put up all my pages for Out stuck on the walls of the studio to figure out shading, and now I'm completely surrounded by dozens of Plushtrap chasers staring at me every day. I've created some sort of hell. Just sitting here with my coffee being stared at by my own horrible teeth monsters. Good morning. And apparently I looked at his other tweets and saying that, you know, so trying to learn how human teeth are going to look like in the Plushtrap chaser. So yes, he's taking a lot of stuff in to make the most accurate Plushtrap chaser he can, it looks like. And that's going to be great. I can't wait to see what the actual Plushtrap chaser is going to look like, because it's going to be what models are going to be based on from now on. Well, in a bit, but you know. With all that said, let's get out of the Fazbear Frights section and let's move on to the Tales of the Pizzaplex, which I'm sure a lot of you are more interested in since it's security breach related. So, the name, description, and front cover of Finance Phrase Tales of the Pizzaplex 1 have been found. Tales from the Pizzaplex is a sequel series to Fazbear Frights, focusing on security breach characters and locations. So, there's the Tales from the Pizzaplex cover, which I'll show fully on screen right now. So, it looks very interesting. This is an interesting character we have here. Little Man. But, the name of the first story and the name of the book, which is kind of tiny on the title, but it's Lally's Game, which we'll talk about that in a second. First, we'll cover the description, so let me open this up. Five Nights at Freddy's friends won't want to miss out this collection of 3 chilling stories that will haunt even the bravest FNAF players. Some secrets are better left hidden. A forbidden artifact from her fiancé's past beckons to Selena. Jessica leaves a double life from her friends and co-workers in the children's wing of the hospital. Maya can't resist the temptation to explore an off-limits area of the Fazbear Mega Pizzaplex. But in the world of Five Nights at Freddy's, everything comes with a price to pay. In this first volume, Five Nights at Freddy's creator Scott Cawthon spins 3 sinister novella-length tales from uncharted corners of the series canon. Readers beware, this collection of terrifying tales is enough to rile even the most hardened Five Nights at Freddy's fan. So yeah. Security Breach Fazbear Frights, like we've been talking about earlier in the last video, and we know that it's a forbidden artifact. So Lally is a forbidden artifact from our character's fiance's past. So that's interesting. Which, does this take place years after the Pizzaplex and Security Breach, or will we see Lally's in Security Breach? Who knows? We'll find out soon. Like, in a month from now, bruh. It's so close. As for Jessica leading a double life, people are saying, oh, this is another Vinny's Vanessa confirmation, when this could be just something completely different. You don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be weird, but we don't know what's going to happen. And then Maya can't resist the temptation to explore an off-limits area in For Fazbear Mega Pizzaplex. So that one, it sounds super interesting, because we may have seen those areas before. It's the back areas from the trailers. Those must be what these are referring to. If not, it might be a location we find in Security Breach and it'll have an Easter egg to the story. But we won't know until Security Breach actually comes out. So, yeah, it's very interesting. And these ones, I have a feeling people are going to say not canon, but these have to be canon at this point. Because it's literally a story about Security Breach and the Pizzaplex. Like, how? How can this not be close to canon as possible? But hey, the fandom's gotta be fandom. So, going into more details on Lally's game, some fun facts spotted by Kane. The door handle on the front cover of Lally's game is copied straight from Fazbear Frights graphic novel collection Rolling 1, which we talked about earlier, and it seems like this was the fault of Scholastic than the artist in question, because the doorknob wasn't there originally, or at least were different. And then 2, this could actually be the second character named Lally in the FNAF series, unless they're the same somehow, which they look completely different. But it's not the first time we've seen a character from FNAF 6 look completely different. Look at Use Music Man. How are you a spider now? But hey, it's cool to see Lally, if this is the actual Lally. But hey, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. And then finally, something I bet you didn't expect today, was the coloring book. We got some preview pages of the coloring book. Not coloring book. I accidentally said coloring book. It's the How to Draw book. But it's kind of hard to differentiate them. So let's check these pictures out. So first we got the How to Draw Freddy. Spree. All these drawings are Pinky Pills. Learn how to draw like Pinky Pills today. So Freddy. Drawing Freddy Fazbear is easy. Keep his features soft and friendly. Don't forget to add a bright shine in his eyes. Which, yeah, of course. Bright shine. To show the life in him. Then you have everything leading up to how to draw him. Odd that they erased the pelvis. But yeah, it's a cool thing. I definitely could have used this when I was younger, but hey, it's very cool people can use this now. Now checking Bonnie. The real important thing is to look at the little details on the corner. Bonnie, this hair-raising rabbit, loves to rock out on his guitar. Take care when drawing his fingers to make sure he hits the right notes. Now, the interesting about that is that that's a reference to Showtime from Help Wanted, the abandoned Showtime feature. It's interesting how they mentioned like a phrase from that. I'll play the clip what this is referencing right now.
Bonnie's my name, I'm hopping along with floppy ears and a cotton tail. My guitar is blazing, this rabbit's hair raising, just listen to me wail.
So it's super interesting how they're referencing it, and Chica is no different. But first let's cover Bonnie's drawing pose. So it's interesting, you got this pose here, you got the joints. It's interesting how they focus on the top half a lot here. And also, once again, rip old guitar. It's new guitar. It makes sense, but it's sad still. Again, this will help everyone learn how to draw these animatronics. It's gonna be interesting with the more difficult ones. Now the Chica. Chica is a bird who likes to eat. She is never without Mr. Cupcake. So first thing, another line that's referenced from the Showtime, so here you go.
Hey, I'm Chica, the lady of the group. My singing is a treat.
sweet.
But keep an eye on your pizza.
'Cause I'm a bird who likes to eat. Nom 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 nom.
And then Mr. Cupcake. Rip Carl. Rip the name Carl. I know it's been denied multiple times throughout multiple things, but still, it's sad every time we see just Mr. Cupcake instead of Carl. You accept Scraptrap and Flippin'. You accept Scraptrap and Glitchtrap, but not Mr. Carl? Why not, though? I'm joking, but I'm still gonna call him Carl no matter what. But yeah, there's also a little art tip here. It says, semicircles with lightly curved bases create Chica's talons. Practice drawing them at different angles. So, there's artist tips as well. So, that's cool. But hey, so that's all the things. And, like, literally, all the news. That's all the book news of the past 2 weeks. Now, I thought this was a lot of interesting stuff, especially because I love reading. I love reading about the books because sometimes they get insane. But it's very interesting to see like Plushtrap Chaser being built up before the cover, how to draw Finance Phrase books, how it's gonna work, and of course the first entry in the new book series, Tales of the Pizzaplex, Lally's Game. So. It's gonna be a lot of packed stuff for the next year in terms of books. In terms of games, who knows? We might get game stuff, but hey, I'm gonna focus on the books for the next year after Security Breach. So, with all that said, let's continue the outro. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, please like the video. And if you have enjoyed my content, please consider subscribing and ringing that little bell so you can be updated on future videos. I have a Discord server in the description, as well as my Discord tag. I also have my Twitter as well in the description. So please consider checking down there. And with all that said, until next time, friends.